A poodle is a dog breed that comes in three varieties: standard poodle, miniature poodle, and toy poodle. The breed's origin is disputed. Whether it descends from Germany as a type of water dog or from the French Barbet. Ranked second most intelligent dog breed just behind the border collie, the poodle is skillful in many dog sports and activities, including agility, obedience, tracking, herding, circus performance, and assistance dogs. Poodles have taken top honors in many conformation shows, including Best in Show at the Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show in 1991, 2002, and 2020, and at the World Dog Show in 2007 and 2010. They are recorded as the seventh most popular dog breed in the United States. Toy poodle is an elegant and cute dog, famous for its miniature size, unusual hair with curls, good-natured and cheerful character, and intelligence. He looks exactly like the king poodle, only he is tiny in stature. This breed perfectly matches the appearance and proportions of its older brother. History of the origin of toy poodles. Cynologists are fully convinced that the poodle is one of the most ancient dog breeds. Several centuries ago, such dogs were ubiquitous in most countries in Western Europe. As for the homeland of the poodle, at different times different countries claimed this title. France, Hungary, Germany, and herding or water dogs with shaggy and curly hair are considered their progenitors. All the same dog handlers are sure that the poodle owes its appearance to several dog breeds at once. So, according to etymological analysis and written documents, the ancestors of poodles are called bullets, water spaniels, barbets, Hungarian shepherds, retrievers, greyhounds and cops. Interesting fact. The first written mention of poodles can be found in European chronicles that date back to the 16th century. Several varieties of these dogs are also mentioned here, which differ from each other in color and size. Toy poodle, miniature poodle, is one of them. The greatest popularity of that poodle was acquired in the 18th century, and the breed's admirers, as a rule, were representatives of the European nobility. Around the same time, hairdressing began to develop rapidly in Europe, and during the reign of Louis XVI, the first hairdressing salons for animals appeared in Paris. Court hairdressers also tried to keep up with fashion and began to cut their masters' pets in a variety of styles. The king himself, in order to bring pleasure to his beloved wife Marie Antoinette, issued a decree declaring the miniature poodle a court breed. This poodle is derived from the royal poodle. In this case, the first belongs to decorative breeds and the second to service and sports. The toy poodle received its official status as an ornamental dog breed only in 1936, and the last breed standard dates back to 2007. Toy poodle. Breed description. Representatives of this breed outwardly correspond to the characteristics of the appearance of the royal poodle, with the exception of small size. At the same time, insignificant deviations in the appearance of the dog from the standard are not a significant reason for culling, but the show score can be reduced. Toy poodles with pronounced defects are not allowed to show and also not recommended for breeding. The height and weight and height of an adult directly depends on its category, of which there are two breeders. One and a small one. Toy. The height at the withers is not more than 28 centimeters and the weight is 3 to 5 kilograms. Small toy height at the withers up to 25 centimeters and weight up to 2 kilograms. The head of the toy poodle is of the correct shape, of a fox type. The forehead is of medium width, convex and somewhat oblong. Toy poodle's nose is proportional to the head. The color of the nose is black or the color of the coat. The eyes are almond-shaped, with thick and colored eyelids. The color of the iris is from amber or golden to dark brown. Ear is hanging type, rectangular and rounded at the ends, close to the head. The constitution of a poodle is proportional, regular with a smooth withers and a pronounced nape. The back is of medium width and tapers somewhat at the croup. The croup itself is round, the belly is tucked up, and the loin is well defined. The tail is straight and set high. According to the standard, both natural tail length and dock tail are allowed. The dog's paws are even, dense with rather strong joints, proportional to the length of the body with pads and claws, and the tone of the mane color or the color of the nose. Thighs are broad and muscular. Popular colors of toy poodles. The coat of the toy poodle is curly, thick, with fine guard hairs. The hairs themselves are quite elastic, resist squeezing. There are also individuals with coarser corded hair. There is no undercoat, the smell of doggy is absent. Toy poodles do not actively shed, and their coat does not cause allergies. Toy poodle boasts a wide variety of colors. Officially, according to the standard, only 6 options are approved, but in fact there are many more. Indeed, when crossing dogs with different coat colors, the color of the offspring can turn out to be the most unpredictable. Yes, such dogs will not be admitted to exhibitions, but in all other respects, they will be quite decorative and cute. Dogs of the toy poodle breed have the following colors. White. The most common and demanded color today. The black. Classic color. In this case, the color of the coat should be extremely even without the presence of spots of other colors and reddish tint. Brown, chocolate. The coat has a uniform deep brown color without spots. Silver. The coat is an even silver-gray color. It is interesting that such a color is formed only by 2 to 3 years of a dog's life because puppies are born with black hair. Nevertheless, according to some signs, dog owners are able to identify silver color from 6 weeks. Red, mahogany. The color of the coat is dark red. Apricot. All shades of apricot are allowed from dark to light. As they grow older, the dog's coat acquires a lighter shade. Older dogs have a creamy coat. In 2007, 2 more colors were added to the toy poodle breed standard: white, black, harlequin, and black with tan markings of any color. The character and habits of toy poodles. All varieties of poodles are quick-witted and have a fairly high intelligence. Such dogs learn very easily and with interest, and also master complex tricks with great pleasure. If an animal lives in a family, then it very quickly remembers the most frequently used phrases of the people around it and over time begins to understand everything that is told to it. Toy poodles are active and cheerful dogs. They are very attached to the owners and require constant attention to themselves. They do not tolerate loneliness quite well, which is why it is better not to leave them alone in the apartment for a long time. If that poodle stays at home alone all day, then you should definitely have a second pet, cat or dog. Toy poodles are very willing to play with children, but the behavior of the latter should be delicate and not giving the animals unpleasant sensations. When children too impose their society on the dog, then it can show its hunting essence and even bite. For this reason, adults should clearly explain to a child that a pet is not a toy, but a family member whose feelings and desires must be respected. Toy poodle is always friendly and tolerant to other pets. The dog can willingly communicate with both small and large dogs, as well as with cats. To outsiders, the toy poodle is very friendly and will willingly play with strangers at home, if they wish. The dog is completely indifferent to ordinary passers-by on the street. Due to its quick wit and intellectual development, this breed is able to quickly learn not only the simplest commands, but also more complex ones. Dog handlers recommend training a puppy in a playful way, while a separate lesson should not last more than 15 minutes. Another tip from dog handlers: repetition is the mother of learning. Therefore, you need to repeat the lessons constantly, even several times a day. Interesting facts about toy poodles. Toy poodle is a thinking dog, and such an unusual quality for a pet needs to be developed and encouraged in every possible way. To do this, the owner needs to communicate a lot with the dog, constantly explain and comment on his actions. If you don't raise that poodle at all, then there will be nothing good in it. After all, an ill-mannered dog who has no idea of subordination is likely to consider himself the main member of the family and will demonstrate his disobedience in every possible way. The owner of the toy poodle should think carefully before taking the pet to his bed, because even after the first time it will not be possible to wean the dog from sleeping together. Reliable facts about the origin of these dogs have not been found, however. A sinologist from Switzerland, Rosa Engler, as a result of the investigation, expressed a reasonable assumption that the birthplace of miniature poodles is Central Asia, or rather Phoenicia. Initially, toy poodles were called differently. First, the breed was called Barbet, then Mini Poodle, and in the 20th century the modern name stuck. Excellent memory and keen sense of smell, inherited from hunting dogs, helped that poodle unmistakably find its way home, even if it got lost and ran far enough away. Toy poodles are long-lived among dogs. Their average life expectancy is 15 to 18 years. These dogs eat very little, which is a definite plus. However, they are quite desperate beggars. Indeed, in order to get a tasty treat, the toy poodle will dance and execute all the commands and look into the eyes of the owner pleadingly. Toy poodle is a very social dog. Growing up in the family, the pet is literally humanized, starting to take a direct part in all household and family affairs. Pros and cons of toy poodles. Many owners and dog handlers attribute many of their qualities to the indisputable merits of toy poodles. Moreover, such a list can be quite long. Advantages of the toy poodle: very high intelligence, living mind, hypoallergenic, sociability, tolerance for children, friendliness and tolerance to other pets, ease of education and training, lack of active molt. As for the shortcomings of the breed, the opinions are different and quite contradictory because they are not at all connected with the negative behavior of the animal, but rather are based on a purely personal impression of different people. Disadvantages of toy poodle: strong affection for the owner, mobility, the need for frequent long walks and active games, some difficulties in grooming the coat, expensive cosmetics, regular haircuts, etc. A considerable part of the owners of these cute dogs are of the mistaken opinion that they do not need training and education at all. Sinologists are sure that they are wrong because while walking along the street, an animal, for example, can pick up and eat something wrong or, being carried away by its dog business, run away and not immediately return to its owner. Also, a complete lack of upbringing usually leads to various problems when visiting a veterinarian or on trips. While training and raising a toy poodle, its owner must understand that the nervous system of this dog is quite sensitive, so it is completely unacceptable to use harsh methods or even worse, physical punishment. Also, for every well-performed action of a diligent pet, you must definitely reward with a treat. Taking care of those poodles. The most suitable conditions for keeping a miniature poodle is a city apartment. Although this does not mean at all that such a pet will feel bad in a country house, but rather quite the opposite. After all, the possibility of free walking will only improve the physical fitness and general health of the dog. With an apartment, the fact that a toy poodle can be taught to use a tray does not mean at all that you will not have to walk with it on the street for a long time. Regardless of this, the dog will have to walk because the animal, in addition to correcting its natural needs, needs movement, a lot of movement. So, with that poodle you need to walk every day 2 or 3 times a day, and the time of the walk should not be less than an hour. In order for a miniature pet to always look neat and well groomed, regular grooming of its coat is actually vital. The dog must be combed daily, at least every other day. This requires special tools, a massage brush and a comb. This poodle loves water, so you can bathe the dog often, 1 to 2 times a month, and this process will not cause him any inconvenience. Use a special shampoo for long-haired dogs as a detergent. It is clear that in addition to combing and bathing, that poodle will need a regular haircut. The miniature poodle can be fed with both commercial prepared feed and natural food. Moreover, in the case of a natural menu of meat products, at least a third should be in the diet. Preference should be given to beef, and fresh rather than frozen, beef or chicken liver. Some of the meat can be cooked, but raw meat must be present on the menu. In addition to food, it is important for that poodle to maintain the balance of fluid in the body, therefore, his drinker should always have fresh, clean, boiled water, which must be changed twice a day. Adult dogs from 8 months are shown 2 meals a day, 6-month-old puppies, 3 meals a day, 2 5-month-old puppies, 4 meals a day. Diseases and health problems. Small breed dogs are often sick. The toy poodle is considered a relatively healthy breed, but it is prone to some diseases. The most common diseases of toy poodles: a congenital defect of the fusion of the nasal passages, in which the animal has strong puffing and shortness of breath. It is treated only with surgery. Heart diseases. To reduce the risk of illness, it is important for your pet not to overload it physically and protect it from stress. Eye diseases. Most often, these dogs have cataracts, conjunctivitis, retinal atrophy.